Hi, my name is Tressie, and I'm going to be doing my Campfire Story on leadership today. So, to first start off, I wanted to talk about how I believe I got a lot of my foundation for my values about leadership. It all started more of when I became homeschooled in first grade and was taught by my aunt. She homeschooled me, my brother, and my cousins up until about 11th grade. So, one of the biggest parts about her type of leadership was that she was very interested on more of a one-to-one basis, but she was also very interested in making sure she showed us how to do things and learned them herself before she actually told us to do them. So, for example, um, she has she's really good at math and science and stuff like that, but she's never been good at any of the English classes or anything. And we actually went to co-ops a lot, which are like homeschool private schools kind of, where a bunch of homeschoolers get together on about 1 or 2 days a week and take classes and then are assigned homework for the rest of the days they aren't there. She taught at one of those, but we also just learned at her house a lot. And she always made sure that if she was teaching a class, she studied almost everything before she even went to present it. A lot of times, like, teachers are just straight up good at what they're going to be doing and they actually love the subject, but my aunt was tried so hard to learn English, and she did. She taught us really well. But I just thought it was interesting that we learned from somebody who applied it to herself first before she could teach us. And then I secondly wanted to talk about how, when I got a little bit older, how my jobs affected who I was and how I valued leadership. I first started off when I was working at Skyline, and that's where I learned how I didn't want to be a leader. The managers there, they were very young, so they didn't have a lot of experience, and they didn't actually teach you to be a manager, or they didn't lead you in a way. They just told you what to do, and you expected to do it, which is fine for a leader, but they didn't give you any basis or background on anything. They just kind of threw you in and were like, do it, and hopefully it works out for you. So that's how I did not want to be a leader. I learned that when I moved to my second job at Flavors Eatery. I worked really closely one-on-one with my two bosses, Richard and Lane, and I learned a lot from them too. They were actually really cool, and they allowed me to see how leadership could be changed if you actually tried. There are also a lot of the whole you show us before you do it sort of thing. So my boss has actually worked with me almost every day. They were always there. One of them was always cooking, and one of them was always serving with me. And it was really cool to think that even though they're these owners of a really well restaurant, they still tried and showed us how to do it. Almost very servant-like. And Elaine, my other boss, was extremely servant-like. She always made sure that everyone was happy, and she was very caring and loving. So I just wanted to say how jobs can also affect you, and just seeing bad examples and good examples can help you understand how your leadership can be changed. I also wanted to talk about a little bit of how I apply my leadership now. And even though in my jobs I did have a couple manager positions, mostly at Flavors Eatery, it helped me learn how to teach people and train people better. I want to talk about how college has affected me a little bit differently. This year in one of my classes, I became a CEO, and I learned how to delegate tasks, yet do it with my people. So I would show them how to do it, I would embroider hats, and we would sell them. And I taught them how to do it, we sold together, and we all were very successful in what we were doing. So that's my leadership.